Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm so excited to show you guys footage of us adopting our Shiba Inu puppy. Yes, as you may have guessed from the title, we have adopted a puppy into our lives. She's the newest family member. She's now 6 months. We've only had her for about a month now. And this video is about us adopting her, as well as going through 7 of the most commonly asked questions we get all the time. So I'm going to go through those questions as well as end the video with some tips on how to adopt or purchase a purebred Shiba Inu. So we hope you enjoy this video. So question number 1 would have to be, what kind of dog is that and what's her name? Our puppy is a purebred Shiba Inu. She's black, tan, and white, but people seem to just refer to them as black and tan, so that's what we'll go with. She got her name Miko from the movie Pocahontas. As you may know, we have a French bulldog and her name is Nala, which is a side character from the movie The Lion King. So we wanted to keep that Disney theme, and so while doing some research, we discovered the name Miko. It was actually a boy character from the movie Pocahontas. It's that little raccoon. But we thought that if we changed the spelling up a little bit, made it more Japanese, then it could also be short for the name Miyako in Japanese, which apparently means beautiful night. Question number 2 that I always get is, where did you get her? Now, when we got Nala, we never took any footage. We just had like 1 or 2 pictures. So we wanted to make sure that if we ever were to get another dog, that we would for sure take a video. I'm so glad we did, and I'll include that footage here. So I wanted to vlog today because, can you tell what's happening?
We might get a second dog.
We might get a second dog today, which is crazy. We're looking at this Shiba Inu today. It's a black and tan one, and usually they're super expensive, but this one is, they're just rehoming their dog. This lady has like 3 Shiba Inus, and she said that she can't handle all 3, and something about they're not really getting along. So we're a little bit worried because we want to make sure that this dog is going to be able to, you know, hang out with Nala okay and mesh well with her. So we're gonna have to see, but we're doing the initial meetup today. But I have a feeling that we're gonna get a second dog. Yes?
Who knows?
Believe it or not, Brian found her on Craigslist. I know, Craigslist is like super sketchy, and I had some red flags because someone was rehoming this dog. She was beautiful, 5 months old, and was asking for $800 as a small rehoming fee. So we were naturally really skeptical. Brian had been texting her back and forth. It turned out that her parents lived in Kirkland, which is the next city north from us, and so we decided to meet up. Well, you know the rest. We saw her, we fell in love, and we decided to keep her. So they're not related at all, you said? Okay. Honey, yeah? We'll take her. And just like that, we adopted a Shiba Inu. She had some paperwork that verified that she was a purebred Shiba Inu, and she had a list of shots that she had received as a puppy. And just like that, Nala became an older sister. So this is Haru. We don't know if we're going to keep her name, but that was the name that was given to her. And apparently her first name was Lucy, which was my past dog's name. But we don't know if we're gonna keep her name as Haru, or Miko. She's so cute. Commonly asked question number 3 is, how big will she get? My honest answer is I have no idea. There are different factors that come into play here, including genetics, diet, and exercise. But according to the American Kennel Club, males are larger than females, but they're considered a medium-sized dog. So males are typically 14.5 to 16.5 inches tall and weigh just around 23 pounds. Females, on the other hand, are about 13.5 to 15.5 inches tall and weigh around 17 pounds, with a life expectancy of 13 to 16 years. The next question people ask is, does she get along with your other pets? Now, usually when people are asking us this question, it's because they know that we have rabbits in the house. So we do let them interact, but we don't let them run around the living room together just in case something happens. The number one reason why we got another dog was for Nala. Nala loves all dogs and she goes crazy when we take her to the dog park. So we thought it would be really nice if she could have a sibling in the house that she could run around and play with, and that worked out exactly the way that we wanted it to. From day one, they have been inseparable. At first, Miko kind of wasn't able to keep up with Nala, but now she beats Nala every single time they play. We were actually a little bit worried that Nala might be jealous of Miko since she is this brand new dog in her space, but it's quite the contrary. Nala loves and adores her. They play, sleep, and snuggle together all the time, and it's the cutest little thing. We do make a conscious effort to keep things as fair as possible. So for snuggling with one dog, we make sure to snuggle with the other one. We make sure to give them the same amount of treats and the same amount of attention. So I think it's been going really well so far. Question number 5 is, how is she settling in? To be completely honest, when she first came to us, we were really worried. She was not making eye contact, she never barked, and she was always cowering in the corner. Poor little thing. I think it was just too much change, too many different people, and this brand new dog that was up in her face at all times. Slowly, she started to come out of her shell. She started to show her personality, and you could see it in her face. She looked a lot happier, and you could definitely tell that she was learning to trust us, and that was the best feeling ever. Question 6. Will you breed her? We did consider it for a second, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. We plan on having her spayed, and the reason for that is we don't want her to suffer in any way or form. We don't want any complications associated with birthing puppies, and we think it's also a little sad when they have puppies and you rip them away from their mother and send them off on their way. It would just be too much work. We would want to make sure that they're all going to really good homes, and honestly, I think if we had puppies, we'd probably just keep them all. So for our sake, for the puppies' sake, for Nala and Miko's sake, we're not going to be breeding our dogs. The last question that people always seem to ask me is, can you give us some advice on where to get a Shiba Inu? Now, don't be like us and look on Craigslist. I don't think that that's the best place to find a Shiba Inu. We just happened to see a dog and we were really lucky to get Miko. There are really good reputable breeders within Washington state, and I could certainly send you that information if you are looking. However, I would do your own research, buyer beware, right? So do some research about the dogs in your area, see if they're a reputable breeder, if they have their papers, and the most important thing to me is whether they are putting their own dogs through a lot by constantly breeding them. The breeders that I have spoken with retire their dogs after about the second or third litter, and they retire their dogs so that they're not constantly pumping out puppies. And that's really important to me. If that's important to you, I would certainly look into breeders around you. Local breeders, I think, are the best. Some people view dogs simply as a commodity, and I am not about supporting those people. So do your research. Here are some tips I would give for someone interested in getting a Shiba Inu. Make sure the dog that you're purchasing is not a stolen dog. Especially if it's rehomed, make sure that they don't have a microchip with someone else's information on them. I took Miko to the vet right away to make sure she was not registered or chipped and belonging to someone else. That brings me to my next tip. Make sure you microchip your dog, have the proper identification for them, and register them with the state, depending on your state's laws. Shiba Inus are escape artists. Even Miko has slipped out from our hands a few times, and we've had to run after her. So make sure that you're training them and that they have the proper identification on them when they're going out. Be sure to look into different types of insurances. There are insurances for preventative care, as well as insurances that cover accidents. Miko has both. Be sure to read the small print on these insurance policies as well. Shiba Inus can be an excellent addition to your family. Given the correct training, food, and exercise, they can prove to be an amazing dog. We are so thankful and consider us lucky to have been picked as Miko's parents. Miko has added so much love and fun to our family, and we know that Nala loves her as well. We hope you liked this video where we showed footage of us getting the dog, answering some FAQs, and sharing some tips about potentially getting your own Shiba Inu dog. I'd like to ramble on about things I love, so if you've made it this far into the video and it's been a long one, give this video a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to follow our adventures. 안녕. Bye.